You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth, then I might hop through the roof. Count on the ring, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
Y'all calling me crazy when a been ballin' all day like Brady. Long hair this wavy, and a been shopping all day, no Macy. Hot out first lady, you think can't date me? Look at your savings, you still waiting, still blowing out daisies, counting on daydreams. Crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no crazy. Like crazy, crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no crazy, no crazy. None of these crazy. Then I ball like Spalding. Can't call my bluff when it's my calling. Won't duck them all in. It's a brand new day, new pace like jogging. Straight facts, no jargon. It's a whole lot of big blue checks, no login. Low stress, no stalling. See a whole lot of big blue gets when I ball in.
I'm going crazy, yeah. Can't date me, yeah. Look at your savings, yeah. Got 'em going crazy, yeah. Look at your savings, can't date me. I'm going crazy, yeah. Can't date me, yeah. Look at your savings, yeah. Got 'em going crazy, yeah. Look at your savings, can't date me.
Cuckoo nuts, crazy, amazing, buku bucks. Pay me awful luxury. Save me, who knew you go crazy? Crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no crazy. Like crazy, crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no crazy, no crazy. None of these crazy. Now I'm more crazy.
Let's go. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was
legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The Catamounts who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
To throw right away is Howell. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Those defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll complete this one to Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. On 1st down, Howell. Thomas has got it, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. First down, Howell to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go play action with Howell. Sliding out of the pocket. Slings this deep for McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now in the season. And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to pick. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago. He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson from 6 yards away. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed. Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both? Yeah. I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it. Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And he rifles one incomplete. Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. left to Dotson. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And Jones has it over the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Slot man moves right. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. From 19 yards away. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a 2nd quarter onside kick. Throwing on 1st down here. Thomas brings it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Here's Howell. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
3rd and long. Here's Howell. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And this one is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Dancing to his left.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr.
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
An extra play by Sly is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Line 36. Line 36. Check.
2nd and 10, Howell.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
On play action, now Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Rodgers will throw for it. To the goal line, but
It's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. Powell, he'll look to throw it. Here's a screen for Robinson. And some room to maneuver. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That's complete to Turner. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A little credit for a nice call there on third down, because they bootlegged him out to the right, hoping to get the flow of the defense going the other way, and they did. Able to locate his tight end and got it to him for the first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down, Howell back to pass. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
play action. It's Rodgers. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. To throw, it's Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Down at the 33. On play action, Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. To throw is Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. Hey, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Powell out of the shotgun.
Steps away to his left.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Powell's throw into the hands of Turner. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
And Howell will throw it. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas from 17 yards out. And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing is Rodgers. Rolling to his right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. Great effort there. 28 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Straight ahead, Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he's got room. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 29-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
On 3rd down, Robinson running right through him.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're off.
So for Washington, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.